welcome back to the channel. Today we have a lesser known brand here on Higher Horology. This watch I'm presenting is none other than some would call a mall brand, the Raymond Weil or Raymond Weil. Depends where you're from and how you pronounce it. Heard it pronounced a million different ways. This actual particular watch is called the Maestro, and actually the Maestro is a Moonphase watch, and it's actually sold, so congratulations to you who bought this watch. It will be shipping out immediately after this video, so if you're seeing this, this is indeed your watch. So let's take a closer look. Alright, rapid fire. So I'll tell you a little bit about the company and I'll tell you a little bit about the watch. You probably know Raymond Weil from being a mall watch. They're actually one of the much newer watch companies in Swiss horology, and they were established in 1976 and are family owned and operated to this day actually. Now, Raymond Weil has decided since 1976 to associate themselves with music and sound, and thus all their watches are named in some way, shape, or form after music composium or in some way related to music. This one in particular is the Maestro, which I believe the first Maestro came around in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. This model, however, is much newer. This is a Moonphase Maestro with a quick set date window. It winds on the side. You don't have to pull the crown out. And if you pull the crown out, now you can set your date, and then in an upward motion you'll set your date. And if you go in a downward motion, you can actually move your Moonphase. Can you see it there? That's the Moonphase. This one is actually accurate to today. I keep this watch on a watch winder because it's harder to set the watch, and I don't want to have to look up the new moon every time I want to use the watch for it to be accurate. So if I'm going to show you the back now, it's a very nice, first off, caseback is a display caseback, 26 jewels. This is based on an ETA movement that Raymond Weil's I think ETA 200, I want to say, that Raymond Weil's used to create this beautiful Moonphase mechanism. And what I like about them is they actually have a thing that they do kind of similar to Cartier here, where you can see it's all Roman numerals, and then they did not, on this version, particularly the gray version, they did not apply the blue what do you call the hands with the blue treatment, but they do have that. This is a particular gray one, and if I come in closer, you can now see that beautiful guilloche all over that Moonphase area and the actual center, and with the tickers for minutes and hours on the outer end. And there's even a guilloche in the shape of what looks like how the Roadster Cartier is built, running around those Roman numeral track on the outside. So there's a lot going on with this watch that makes it pretty elegant as a dress watch, and I had it for some time. And the crown there, Raymond Weil signed RW, and you can see this is actually a very slim watch for what it is, and it fits beautifully on the wrist. And then last thing I'll say, if you want to just see a little bit more, this bracelet, though it's not stamped made in Switzerland anywhere, so it could technically be some sort of Italian, not Italian, Chinese origin, possibly. I'm not going to say that because I'm not know for sure, but it's a quick snap and adjust mesh bracelet, actually by Raymond Weil's, and this particular model was a special edition of this Maestro that came on this bracelet, so you had to get it this way. Now, as I said, this watch is sold. I bought it, I've worn it maybe a handful of times. The buyer got a great deal on this watch. Unfortunately, people don't appreciate Raymond Weil as much as they should yet, and as such, this was one of my slower moving pieces, and I was forced to give a really good deal to the buyer for them to take it. That said, I think they got a really beautiful watch. What do you guys think? You see how it fits. This is a 39.5 millimeter case. My wrist is about a 6.75, 6.8 inch wrist, and I just set the bracelet beautifully where it just moves up and down. And last thing to note about this particular watch, that edda movement is about a 38 hour to 40 hour power reserve due to the date and the Moonphase mechanism, which is not taking a terrible amount of power, but yeah, I think it's, for the price, brand new. I think this retailed for between around $1,500 with this particular bracelet. And today, you know, you can probably get this near between, I'm gonna say between $750 realistically to $1,100. And this is a really great example, and congratulations to the buyer. If you like this, I'm gonna do more watches. Next, we still have the Cartier Tank Frank case to do, and some other watches that I plan to do. So if you like this, like, subscribe. We've got more watches coming to the channel. Check out our shorts, and don't forget to follow Higher Horology both on YouTube and Instagrams and Facebook if you're interested in our inventory and possibly getting a great watch at a really good price. Thanks. See you guys next time.